Show you how to use the DESMOS online calculator in order to do example 4 from the lesson. So when it says use the linear regression feature on a graphing calculator, if you do not have a graphing calculator, hopefully you have seen by this point DESMOS just a little bit, but I'm going to show you how to do the linear regression with it. So in example 4, it asks us to use the data from example 3. So if I pull up example 3 here, this data needs to be entered into DESMOS. So we go to desmos.com, start graphing, and then notice in the upper left we have this add item. We want to add a table here so that we can enter this information. So the first part is just data entry. So I'll go right down the list. Give it a quick check that everything looks the same for our y values. If you're going to try to do this with me, just pause until you've got the data entered. Once the data is entered, you're going to click below it to line 2, and with the graphing calculator, in class, if you're using a graphing calculator, I can show you personally how to enter the data there. Otherwise, once you get to the actual linear regression part, we're looking for information that looks like this. So notice they give us the model y equals ax plus b. And we're going to tell the DESMOS this as well. But instead of y, notice they automatically say y1. And instead of x, they say x1. So we need to use that. So we'll say instead of y equals, we'll say y1. And we're not going to use equals because we're wanting a line of best fit. This is an approximation. So we're going to use the tilde key, which is that little squiggly, which is above your tab key, very far left of your keyboard. So the way we would read this is y1 is about, and then we'll use the ax, but instead of just x, we're going to use the x1 from our x list, and then we'll say plus b. Now we're wondering, where is this information? Well, notice on the graph here, I only see from -10 to 10. None of this fits that, so you can scroll in and out. You will eventually find it, and then you'll see the plots from the table are graphed along with this line of best fit. Notice how this information directly matches the given information here. So the R value being 0.99 is really strong. That means this data strongly fits this line, and we can see that it almost lines up perfectly. And then we would just take that information and say that our equation is y equals 2.6x plus 65. These are just direct substitutions. If you need to see this individually, just make sure you ask in class.